This program contains explicit content and subject matter which may be unsuitable for some listeners. Discretion is advised.
Hi, this is Tony Osmond, and you're listening to Gregg Joe.
Well, I think we should just bring on Foley, better known as Burt Young. And they're talking about a movie called Creed. You know what, though? You better have Foley in that movie. If they dump me, it'll be sacrilegious.
Hi, Mario Lopez. Mario, how's it going tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great. And you got a lot of Hollywood hotties in on you, or what? You were like a Miley Cyrus. That shit was. You know, I mean,
I've known her since she was a little girl. She's a little sweet, and, she's grown up.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, she has.
Mr. Gianni Russo played Carlo Rizzi, the original Godfather.
Jesus God. He's so funny. What you saying with the kicking when they crawled out?
Yeah, going to the fire hydrant. We want to introduce Mr. Bach. How many houses did you take out at that one time between it?
Well, 5 of them. So everyone I go, but they were coming back up. So,
Mario Andretti. Mario, how are you this evening?
Wonderful, guys. Greg, one more question. If I call you the Rambling Street, will you squash me like a bug?
Now, here are Greg Valentino and Joe Pietero.
And welcome to the Gregg and Joe Show on a Tuesday. Yes, 2 weeks in a row. Wow. So, hey, back to Mondays next week, but we here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Instagram Live. And, Greg, what is going the fuck on, brother?
Joseph?
Yes, go ahead.
Bad connection. Sounds like you're underwater.
Your
Can you
phone
hear me?
is very low. I got you turned up all the way.
Switch phones.
I got you turned up all the way, so I can't go any louder. All right, he's going to call back. What's going on? Joe went. Hey, Greg and Joe. Hi, Wildfire. It sounds so hot. Wildfire. Of course she is. Crystal. Crystal is in the house. So we're going to get Greg back on. He's going to call on a different line. That one was very low, and I had him turned up all the way. So, what's up, MSM? What's up, BTH189? Okay, let's see. How's that one sound? Let me hear you. Greg, you there?
Joe, I can't hear you.
I don't know.
I think everybody else might not be able to hear you. Not only do you sound far away, but you sound like you're underwater. And I'm on a house phone.
I can hear you. It's a little low, but I can hear you.
See if anybody else can hear you clear, because you sound like not only you're far away, but it sounds like you're underwater. It's skipping.
We can hear you both. I'm being told we can hear you both. Hear Joe fine, barely hear Greg. That's because you're getting him on my speaker, and I got the gain all the way up on him. Cricket wireless. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know. I got it up all the way. High as I can. Can't go any further. I hear Greg and Joe. Comerica is telling us. Joe Went is saying Greg sounds okay. Well, then let's go with it. If you can't hear me, then I don't know. But they're hearing us.
That's weird, man. All right. Well, I'll try to catch every other word you say.
All right.
I mean, I'm on a house phone, so it just...
I don't know, but it's going to be, your sound is going to be very low on replay, because I can barely hear you.
And everybody else can hear me?
They're saying they could hear us, but I'm not hearing you loud, so on the recording, it's going to be low. I can say that now. I can tell, because I usually have yours up really loud, and I can hear it perfect. Do I do CrossFit or nah? Miller Motivation. You have to hear. Greg sounds fine. Let's run with it, bro. Let's just do our fucking thing. And we're already 5 minutes in. I want to get this show on the road, as they say. Yes, CrossFit. Brand new video by Dave Goy's Comerica Muscle. Just posted to YouTube, Muscle Sport TV channel. Probably about 10 minutes before showtime. So, guys, I suggest you go check it out. Greg, Dave has fucking put a video out that I know you're not a big CrossFit fan either, right, Greg?
You're saying something about CrossFit and Dave. So all I can say is I'm sure it's a great video. Dave rocks. Dave's my boy. I got to check it out. CrossFit is not bodybuilding. Neither is cross-dressing. But either way, I don't know. CrossFit, those guys are better athletes than bodybuilders.
If you can't hear me, you're going to have to call back, bro, because we're not going to be able to do this with you trying to figure out what I'm saying. Call
what
back.
Happened?
If you cannot hear me, you're going to have to call back because this is not going to work out like this. All right. Difficulties on the technical side. Technical difficulties and apologies all around from the fucking program. I can't hear you. Edward Jackson, I hear you, Edward. Real Tony R. Sup, Big Greg. Greg can't hear you because he's not on the line right now. I hope he calls back. I don't know if he has any other options. I think he is round out of options. Let's try this one more time. All right, I got you on. Let me hear how you sound.
Can you hear me better?
I hear you a little better. Can you hear me better? That's more important.
Well, it's still breaking up. I have no idea why. I mean, I called you first from my cell phone. Now I'm on the house phone again, which is, a stable line. It's a, phone with a line. So, but anyway, so what were we talking about? Let's see if we can just get this done.
About CrossFit and how it's really a joint killer. It's probably a chiropractor's invention.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I mean, it's funny because I was just talking to my girlfriend about this because I kind of hurt my sciatica, not my back, but my in the ass where the leg goes numb and all that shit. Which I'm okay now, but I feel that CrossFit's much better athletes. I feel like that's one of the videos I was going to do, not about CrossFit, but about what Dorian Yates said about how, like, as you get older, not only do you get injuries, but bodybuilders don't want to do anything that don't build muscle. So why stretch? It doesn't build muscle. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is you start getting injuries. And CrossFit, those guys are in way better shape than a bodybuilder. The average bodybuilder, believe it or not, is so stiff, so tight, that that's what was happening to me when I would try to get into batting cage. I couldn't even swing the bat right. It wasn't moving. My body wasn't moving the right way. You know what I mean? Because you're so used to bodybuilding, and you're so used to not being able to move correctly. At least with CrossFit, those guys are way better athletes. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, they're better athletes.
athletes.
They're better athletes, but the movements that they're doing are very awkward, and it really, like Dave was saying on the video, they do it for like speed and how many reps they could do and how fast they can do them, and that's just, you're going against everything you're taught in the gym is to like make sure your form is correct and all of that, where their form is fucking brutal. And on his video he shows a lot of like blooper reel kind of things where it's like, I guess gym fails, I guess would be a good way to put it. And if you're looking, it hurts to look at some of these fucking people dropping barbells on their neck. So it's like, I don't know, man. And what Dave said is that if you're a fucking like expert and you've been doing different type of things for years, it's one thing. But these CrossFit places are being really fucking marketed towards people just trying to, for the first time, get into shape, and that's an accident waiting to happen, and I'm sure many have already happened. So that's why I agreed with Dave when we discussed this video. I was like, fuck yeah, do it, because I'm all behind that 100%.
Well, I'm not saying like I'm into CrossFit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm really I'm a bodybuilder. But what I'm just trying to say is, it just shows me that in bodybuilding, like what Dorian Yates was talking about, he was saying that he didn't stretch and it caused him a lot of injuries. He didn't do a lot of things, and even me, I've experienced the same problem. I'm actually older than Dorian Yates. He's 55. I'm 57. So what I'm saying is, as you get older, definitely all that catches up to you, and you don't think so, but little things like stretching and getting yourself more physically in shape as far as athletically matters. Now, I'm not a fan of CrossFit. I don't really watch that shit unless it's girls doing it, because I think they're hot. Now,
Yes.
I like athleticism on a girl. I love girls gymnastics, not just from a horny guy point of view, but I'm talking about like, I find girl athletes attractive to me. Not female bodybuilders, though. You know what I mean? Even though they're my sisters, in my mind, I feel like female bodybuilders don't get enough respect and everything. But CrossFit, with the girls is definitely, those girls are so fucking athletic. It's not funny. You know what I mean? Some of those girls also do like Iron Woman things. You know what I mean? Like they do that shit. Some of the same girls. You have to be athletic to do that. That's all I'm saying. But I don't sit and, I can't sit and watch it on TV unless it's chicks maybe. But I really don't, But I find it, for me, any athleticism shit. You know me, I like Olympic sports a lot. Especially like summer Olympic sports. Running, track and field. My sister was a track star. And I actually, when I was in the Scouts, I was a Cub Scout when I was a kid and all that shit. I always won first place in the Cub Scout Olympics and all that shit. I got pictures I can show you. It's in newspapers, articles and stuff.
Nice.
But
the athletic Cub Scout, the Cub Scout games. That's pretty cool. I never did the Cub Scouts when I was a kid. My brother did the Weeblos and there was another fucking, and we used to make fun of it, Weeblos. I mean, just what a bad name.
Yeah,
for
Weblos.
fucking.
I did that. That's what I'm talking about. Cub Scouts and Weblos.
Yeah.
I didn't blow nobody, no.
Yeah, that's such a bad name for a little boy's fucking group. They go out in the woods with a guy.
Especially since, with the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts and all that shit. I wasn't a Boy Scout. I quit that shit way before that. My father was like, okay, enough of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when we were kids, when I was a kid, half the kids in my grade, all the boys were Cub Scouts and Weblos when you were a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're talking the 1960s. That was big. Today, nobody's into that shit.
His Weeblos run by the priest, J. Mason Ortiz. No, but they probably have tried, I'm sure. Maybe a Catholic school Weeblos.
They're run by the Blackmans.
The Blackmans run it. From the Weeblos to Twin Lab to Muscular Development. They got them all covered. But yeah, the fucking CrossFit, I see these places. They're popping up. Somebody was saying on the feed, every fucking strip mall has a fucking place. And yeah, that's, as soon as you wrote that, I forget who wrote it. I thought to myself, yep, exactly what I see in my neck of the woods as well, man. Everywhere you fucking go. I mean, I guess this kind of was like those MMA kind of places were opening up all over. They were doing like this.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of taking the place of that. The CrossFit world, if you will. But, yeah, I mean, I don't
cross-dress.
Cross-dressing. See, I would actually probably have more interest in cross-dressing than CrossFit. Because CrossFit is so fucking lame. But, yes, I do agree the women are hot. When I did go to the CrossFit games, I definitely enjoyed looking at them. I noticed that men and women alike in CrossFit are very, barrel-shaped, though. They have wide obliques. They have no lat spread at all. Because, I mean, they're not working out for the look, so I guess that's why. I guess doing those heavy lifts kind of builds your core more and stuff like that. But, the girls all have, these, and it's not bubble gut abs, but it's not a concave abs at all. And I noticed that was pretty much all the broads. Some of the women are juiced up, Ilyas said. Yeah, a lot of them were. And a lot of them had fucking amazing asses. that you could probably fucking balance a fucking tray on and it wouldn't spill.
I don't think they're juiced up as much, though. I really don't, because actually they're prettier. If you saw a lot of these bikini girls backstage, you notice, Joe.
Yeah.
When you see a lot of the girls backstage, you wash off the makeup and it's a horror show. Yeah, their bodies are jamming, but you know the steroids change a girl's looks. And number one, and number two, the more athletic you are, you can take a little bit of juice, but too much juice would actually hinder their athleticism, would slow them down.
Yeah, I think they do it more for fucking, strength and endurance. They're probably like Anavar fucking bunnies. They're not fucking shooting Tren. But, they're fucking, you can see they have too much muscularity on them to be fucking natural. But, hey, who cares? I don't give a fuck. They probably fuck their boyfriends more. Remember P90X, Evan Lower. P90X, that was a fucking flash in the pan. I guess a lot of people liked it, made their money. That's how all of these things are. We can fucking go on different fads. I guess the only fad that hasn't gone away, Greg, is just fucking 45-pound plates and dumbbells, right? Just fucking go to the gym and train,
Absolutely.
That'll never get old.
Absolutely.
These CrossFits, they have these fucking 10-pound weights. They look like 45 pounds, right? They're thinner. They're rubber. So you look like you're fucking overheading like, 225 when you're probably doing like fucking 55 or some shit. So, Elias, do you think I'm funny, Elias? I hope so. My wife always tells me my jokes fall flat. So, maybe I should marry Elias. We'll become an item. An item. I'll move to Canada.
And you can cross-dress.
I can cross-dress, and me and Elias can watch CrossFit on television. And I can tell him bad jokes, and he'll laugh at them because he loves me. The 10s are the size of a fucking tractor wheel. Yes, Mason Ortiz. Yes, and they have a couple of them laying around in my gym. Andy Thompson, what's up, Andy? Glad to see you on board, bro. 40-year-old and doing my first bodybuilding competition Saturday. Jim Rilla. Good luck, dude. 619. I guess you're a San Diegoer. I love you, Joe. Thank you, Elias. Can I be the sloppy party bottom? So, Greg, there really isn't a lot of shows. I was looking at IFBB Professional League before the show to try to say, all right, what do try to cover like a little something in the industry. But the Puerto Rican Pro was last weekend. Really nothing to report. There really wasn't anything big really going on in that. So there really is no like big shows going on. The Toronto Pro, Ronnie Rockel. Rockel won the 212 in Toronto 2 weeks ago. And who won the fucking, let me pull it up. I had it up before. It actually was some interesting things. Greg's not a fan of the Toronto Pro.
Oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. You were talking about bodybuilding.
The most exciting fucking sport this side of fucking squash. I'm just curious. I forget.
I know I'm going. I don't know if you're going or not, but this weekend we got the Bob Bonham show, big, the animal crew over there.
Yes,
I'm gonna be over there.
I'm going. Oh, Johnny O. Jackson. That's right. I'm going. I haven't spoke to Bob. I told him to send me the flyers and I'll promote them. I will be there. Yes, I will definitely go. I have to pick up my new tablecloth. I have a new tablecloth that I'm going to bring and use for events such as that one on Saturday. Guys, if anybody is a
tablecloth, what are you having dinner there?
I'm going to have we're going to fucking have bread and wine. I'm going to turn the water into wine. And then I'm going to propose to Ilyas. I fucking Kamasikama. Yes, on Saturday, the 10th of June, guys, Bob Bonham Strong and Shapely Gym in East Rutherford, New Jersey, right by the Meadowlands, the Giant Stadium, whatever they want to call it nowadays. So if you guys can make it, it's kind of like the event that we had in April. It's going to be Animal, Universal. They're going to be doing a lot of supplement giveaways. So if you guys can make it, anybody
Frank
that's Jersey.
McGrath is going to be there.
Who's going to be there? McGrath, you said?
Yeah, Frank McGrath is one of the guys who's definitely going to be there. He's their headline guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking moose, man, McGrath. Oh, so your girlfriend's going to be happy about that, huh?
Oh, yeah. She's already she's already putting a lipstick on to fucking give him a blowjob. I had him give her a happy birthday wish a couple of years ago. I videotaped him. And I told him, Frank, you got to tell my girlfriend, because my girlfriend loves Frank McGrath.
Yep.
You know, and I told him, she would blow him in 2 seconds. So I told him, dude, you got to fucking give her a happy birthday. And he did.
Good for him. That's cool. Big Muscle Mike, I see your messages, bro. I may have missed a couple that I'm trying to jump around when I was going on that website thing there, so I do not remember a question. If you did, please repeat it. I shall do it again. Frank has lost his charm. I mean, I'm telling you, he's lucky he's even fucking alive, let alone bodybuilding again. I mean, he hasn't done a lot of shows since that bad car accident, Greg, but just the fact that he was able to fucking live and then get back in the gym. I mean, that fucking guy was, he was in bad shape from that car wreck. I remember when I worked for Flex, I did a feature on him. I interviewed him, and we spoke about his car accident and shit. And it was fucking bad one, man.
Yeah, it is bad. It was bad. He's got a huge scar on his stomach.
Yeah. A lot of bodybuilders and car wrecks. I mean, probably the most famous one.
Let me tell you something. I want to hook my girlfriend up with him, but I want to get hooked up with his sister, Kayla.
Oh, I don't know her. I'm assuming she's an attractive lass.
Wait, what? You don't know who Kayla McGrath is? Well, bro, you should Google that shit while we're talking. You'll be pretty shocked. Their mother and father got some good cum. I mean, nothing, but Kayla McGrath is hot, bro.
What's the first name?
She's a pro bikini or so, pro figure, some shit.
What's her name? Kayla?
Kayla McGrath. Frank, or just Google Frank McGrath's sister. You'll gag, bro. She's hot as hell. Hot as hell.
Hot as...
I can't believe you didn't know that.
God, I'm not finding it. I mean...
Maybe you're spelling it wrong. These guys, I'm sure you guys, tell them. I'm sure you guys know about Frank McGrath's sister. Dude, she's unbelievable. You've seen her. She's been, I think, even on the cover of, like, Muscle and Fitness and shit.
I must have seen her. I just don't... I didn't know that...
Dude, and Google Frank McGrath's sister. Just write the word Frank McGrath's sister. And Frank McGrath bodybuilder's sister. And watch. She's all over the place. She's hot as hell, Joe. You would love her.
I'm getting a whole bunch of different respondents on it. So and there's all different fucking broads.
Kamara, do you like her,
Oh,
right?
Kyla. Okay, now I see her. Kyla. Yes, you're right, Greg. I would definitely... Oh, yeah. Wow. Yes, I agree. Kyla, Kyla McGrath. Big Muscle Mike. Yes, I see. I hear. You're being heard. I'm Googling this shit now. Yes. Enjoy the look of Frank McGrath's sister. So that'll be cool. Frank McGrath is he's still a very popular name in the fucking industry. And I guess people, they just like those massive guys. And he's one of them. So it's pretty good name to have coming to the Bob Bonham's Strong and Shapely Gym. I will get some information and hopefully a flyer or so from Bob, and I will post it for all you guys. So that would be cool. So
he's bringing the whole crew, though. The whole animal crew. I don't know if they're going to put on like a bench press expo or some shit, but you guys should check it out because there's some monsters there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Senapani's going, but sometimes... Well, no, I don't think he's with them anymore.
I don't think so, no.
Strong and Shapely a bunch of times with that shit.
Yeah. The Animal Cage.
What's that?
The Animal Cage is a big hit, if not the biggest hit at the expos, with the big animal guys fucking doing their fucking benching. I don't know what's going on, but I'm building muscle at fastest speed. Big Muscle Mike, keep building. Give me some of it. Whatever you don't want, I'll take. So I can sleep late in the morning. Yes, the Animal Cage at the Arnold is always a lot of fucking fans looking in that chain link fence they have. It's like boxed off with the guys that doing big fucking heavy lifts and shit like that. So it's pretty, they kind of always had that hardcore Universal / Animal. Yeah, that's...
Can I say something? Let me tell you. They are the original 5% crew before there was a 5%ers. There's been the animal guys have been around for a long time.
Oh,
They've been around at least 10 years or more. Okay? So what I'm saying is They were the original crew, and whenever they have an event like this, because I've been to the animal ship, Bob Bonham's many a time. He always has it, and they bring a whole crew, and there's some fucking big guys there, bro. There are some mooses there.
Yeah.
I mean, some monsters.
America, what do you think is a better experience, Arnold or the Olympia? Arnold is because the expo is bigger and it's more of a gala event. The Olympia is, I guess, there's more going on per se. So, but the Olympia Expo is getting bigger, but there's other stuff going on. Arnold, it's either what's going on at the show or at the expo, and there's really nothing else doing a lot going on.
Expo is by far bigger.
Arnold Expo is the best expo of the year.
The only thing the Olympia has is a juicier title. But people look forward to, if people can only go to one show a year, most people go to the Arnold over the Olympia.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yeah. But the Olympia...
Especially if you're trying to sell something, Comerica, Dave, if you're trying to sell something and you're trying to get something out there or whatever, you want to go to that expo more than the Olympia. There's nothing even close to it. Because Arnold has a lot more shit going on. From girls' gymnastics to fucking twirling to fucking sword fighting and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't mean gay sword fighting. I'm talking about,
the fencing guys.
So they have so many more venues bringing in people. They get hundreds of thousands of people compared to the Olympia. It's not even close.
The
Just
Olympia,
the title of the Mr. Olympia, that's all they got.
The Olympia is the second most attended sporting event after the Super Bowl. Tongue in cheek. But the Arnold is and it's early in the season, so it's cool, it's different. But the Olympia is great because I think the location is great. Plus, it's the main show of the year also. So I think it really depends on what travel wise. A guy like Dave, the Olympia would fucking be an easier jaunt for you than go to Columbus. For us, it's a fucking long ass fucking plane ride to Vegas, 4.5 hours, whatever. But Columbus is fucking 2 hours, whatever. Not even if the tailwinds are right. We're being joined by Miss Goys right now. Hi, Ink Cherry. Your husband's videos are fucking funny as hell. I think the bodybuilding scene sucks now. Ilyas, I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that. It's kind of like, there really is no wow factor going on now. I guess not having Kai at the Olympia kind of took a lot of the fucking, wind out of the proverbial sails, if you will. But glad you liked them, of course, bro. And Crystal, I saw your thing. We'll cover that on Thursday. That's a better Thursday topic because I want to have more time to do it, and we're talking about the whole regular scene now. So, hi, Inked Cherry. Inked Cherry. No wow factor and horrible pros. Not all of them. There's some good ones out there, guys. Not too much going on as far as rivalries and shit like that. You don't have the rivalries that you used to years ago. Right, Greg? When was the last good rivalry in fucking bodybuilding?
Holy shit. I mean, there is no good... I mean, you have to say Jay and Ronnie, obviously, for that little point of time, even though I never liked Cutler's build, got a really wide waist in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas Coleman's physique was great. The only thing is, Coleman had a lat injury, and he couldn't even flex his lats that year that Jay beat him. I mean, I'm saying, that's the only reason why, in my opinion. But there's really... there hasn't really been a rivalry. Sean Ray and I talked about that. Pretty much, the Olympia's been hands down. Whoever, take what's his name out of there, Dexter. Usually, whoever the current Mr. Olympia is, usually nobody's even close. I'd say, obviously the closest thing was Kai Green and Heath.
Phil, yeah.
Really, but there's no real rivalry.
No.
Everybody else has been hit. When Dorian won it, it was nobody close. I mean, when Haney won it, I mean, they even Sean Ray said backstage, we knew Haney was going to win. It was just a matter of who was going to come in second. And that comes from the horse's mouth. And because Sean Ray and I are friends and we talk about shit like that. But Really, it's really there's no really buddy pushing him. I mean, if I think that if Big Rammy got in condition, not because of his size, because he's not even. I don't think he's the biggest guy. He's the broadest guy. He's got that really wicked X factor, but he's weak from behind. His back isn't thick. His hamstrings are non-existent. He's got no calves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Riley Winkler's probably the biggest guy, but Riley Winkler looks like shit when he poses. I mean, he's standing there, he's a monster, but when he does that double bicep, can't even suck in the waist. The waist is weird. You know what I'm saying? It's his line's just not good. So I don't see anybody really giving Phil Heath a run, to be honest with you. Maybe Sean Roden on a good day, or no white guy. Phil, what's his name? My boy, Cedric. That's the only guy, but it depends on what mindset Cedric comes in with.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cedric, only because he has such a great, he's got the narrow waist and all of that. I think he's the type of guy that could finish second this year. But I still think it would even be like Roden would be, second last year, but it wasn't, it was like 1 and fucking, 10 after that. There really was no second place. It was such a fucking big difference, I think, between those two. I don't think anybody expected Sean to win that at all. I don't think anybody can complain about the decision.
Well, do you know why, Joe? Do you know why? What you guys don't understand is Sean Roden was a natural bodybuilder for a long time. Now, I know him because he used to compete in Bob Bonham's Natural Eastern Classic years ago in the 90s, and he would win it. Okay? Mm-hmm. And he was really, he was one of those natural bodybuilders, that was, he was really jacked. But the thing is, he's older now. And these guys have a lot more advantage on him, obviously being younger. And with years under their belt of all that shit, he quit bodybuilding for years and then decided to come back.
7 years.
He wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, 7 years. 7 years he didn't work out. He wasn't not competing.
That's
he just
amazing, Joe.
Stopped training.
Joe, think about that.
Yeah.
7 years. 7 years. I mean, LeBron at least worked out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I love Kevin LeBron is my boy, bro. If I could pick anybody to win the Olympia this year, it would be him. Okay, but I don't mean that I think he's going to win, guys. Don't simmer down. But what I'm saying is, if I could pick who could win, it would be him. I love Kevin LeBron, but I like him as a person. But I'm going to tell you, and he's a great bodybuilder. But I got to tell you, 7 years to not touch a weight. What was he doing? Like driving a cab or some shit, right?
No, you know what it was?
Like,
his father passed away, and he kind of got stuck running the family business. So he kind of just did that, and then I don't know if it was a car accident or something, but he broke his hand really bad. So he had no time, and then he was physically unable to lift. And he basically said he just started eating all shit, got fat. I mean, literally fat. It wasn't like he was out of shape. He was a fat guy at that point, he said, in his life. Eating Twinkies and shit like that. And he said he went to a bodybuilding show with a friend of his, and he's like, he hasn't worked out in, I guess at the time, almost 7 years at the time. And he's like, these guys look like shit. If I put my ass to it, I could win. And I think his cousin he was at the show with, and his cousin's like, get the fuck out of here. You haven't worked out in ages. And he's like, give me a year. And in a fucking year, he was on stage in the NPC. Once he put his mind to it, and he said he felt healthy at that point. He said he was working out with the bad hand, and it took him a while to get into it and be able to do weight again. But once he was healthy, he said, boom, the weight came off, the bad weight, and he got into great shape. And then he got his pro card pretty fucking quickly after that. I think he did 2 or 3 shows, and he won his pro card. So, yeah, that guy's story is great, man. Great story.
If he would have had those 7 years, Joe, he might have been able to do. You don't understand it. That matters. People don't think so.
Prime years.
But at that level, that slight little edge he would have got could have pushed him towards beating maybe Phil Heath. And I'm going to tell you another person who had that same thing. Paulo the Freak.
Almeida. Yeah, Almeida. Almeida.
He didn't work out at all. He was working out for years, and he stopped. And he went on a cruise with his mother and father, a boat cruise. And then he decided on the cruise, it was on the cruise, they had a little gym, and he felt like he was eating all fucking shitty food, and he was fat and out of shape. So he said, let me start working out a little bit, because everybody else was walking around with shorts on. And the minute he started working out on the boat,
Yeah, fucking big fucking dude, Canadian guy, man. Hey, somebody wrote something.
God.
Somebody wrote something on here that I was not unaware of this. Sean Ray said that fucking Lee Priest is a broke drug addict. I didn't hear that. I'm not doubting it though, because I know those two aren't fucking fond of one another. So
I like both of those guys, and I get along with both. You know what I mean? I'm good friends with Lee, and I'm good friends with Sean.
Lee
And
isn't
it's
on
funny
drugs
because-
anymore. Lee went to
No,
rehab to
he's
get
not
off the
on drugs.
painkillers. He's completely off the fucking painkillers. He's gonna get a second surgery on his neck in Brazil, and he's hoping that it's gonna get him be able to work out again. I mean, he was gonna fucking do a world show, NABA World, and then he had
You gotta
that
understand,
neck
these two
surgery.
Guys, even when we worked together at Muscular Development, these two guys constantly poked at each other. I think it started as funny games. But you know how, like, two guys, if you start wrestling with your friend, and all of a sudden it starts getting serious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you're fucking fully swinging at each other. Well, I think that's what it is. It started out, they would poke at each other. Very well with Sean. I mean, I just talked to him on the phone recently. But I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. You know, I just know that shit got out of hand a long time ago. But it's definitely serious. They definitely do not like each other.
Yeah, Elias is saying he's not off. I mean, listen, I can only go by what Lee gave me his column. I just showed it to the cameras, and he told me that this was a while ago. He told me this when we did an article on the website, and he said that he didn't want to do painkillers anymore. He went into like a rehab kind of thing, and he doesn't even use over-the-counter painkillers now, and he's got that fucked up neck still. So I don't know. I can only go by what he's telling me. And if Lee's saying that he's not on him, that's good enough for me, man. Thoughts on Len Bias on Nick? There you go, Nick. Yes, the biggest draft bust of all time. Unfortunately, the fucking cocaine fucking killed him. What a great trade for the Celtics. And unfortunately, it didn't work out because Len Bias overdosed like a week after the fucking draft in '86. But, okay, Lee responded to Sean on RX. Okay, so on not now. Don't go now, folks. After the show, go to RX and we'll check out Lee's thing.
You know what? Those two are just. You know what it is? It's that it's so. They're so poking at each other so bad right now.
Yeah.
That you know, like Lee will call him racial names, and then he'll call Lee a drug addict. Like it's just really deep, and you know, I mean, you know, that's really. It just got out of hand. It was two guys who got along at one time, at least a little bit. You know, when we were all at MD, you had to get along. We had no choice.
Yeah.
But I love both of those guys. Of course, I'm a little bit closer with Lee Priest, obviously. You know, but still, I just, you know, I feel bad because Lee Priest got the fucking shaft. I got to be honest with you guys. He got the fucking shaft. He would definitely have cleared house on the 212, 202, all that shit. He would have cleaned house on that. He would have been at least a short Mr. Olympia to that 202, 212. He would have been that Mr. Olympia for years.
Yeah.
Nobody could beat him. You don't understand how his depth, his density, and not to take anything against fucking Flex Lewis, who I absolutely like a lot too. I met him in person. He's a great guy. But I'm just telling you, Lee Priest had he was so dense. And I mean, he's cracked the big guys. You know what I'm saying? And he's small.
Oh yeah. I mean, they didn't have a 212, 202 when Lee was on the stage. So
no, and he got railroaded. They took his career away from him. That's the one thing. That's what guys I'm always saying. There's no union in this shit, and they could do that to even Phil Heath. If Phil Heath pissed them off enough, they could make it so he'd never win another show. They could make it so that fucking. Anybody could beat him. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Priest, he made a lot of enemies in the industry because he tells it like it is. He doesn't give a fuck if people don't like it. He's definitely not a politically correct person, and that's why we fucking love him. That's why I'm, fucking overjoyed that he's doing shit with us for as long as he has, especially. It's been great. It's been a great ride, and I want it to continue because that's Lee, man. There is no middle ground with Lee. You either love him or you fucking hate him. And the powers that be hate him, and fucking, I guess, pricks like us fucking love him. You know, he's just a...
No, I gotta tell you something, though. If you brought him into one of the expos, he would get mobbed. He would get fucking mobbed.
Oh, my God,
and yet he hasn't competed and stood on stage. If you brought Dory in there, who's a past Mr. Olympia, would not get nearly the amount of attention as Lee Priest would. They would go nuts over Lee Priest. And he may tell it like it is. But what about somebody, what's his name over there, on the Washington fucking baseball team there? He was saying he's going to go to the Yankees.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen, if Bryce Harper, if there was no baseball, he's always opening his mouth. Look at he chased the fucking pitcher to his helmet at him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a prick. A lot of players don't like him. He's a cocky, arrogant prick.
Yes.
But you know what? He can come out and say anything he wants. He can say the commissioner of baseball sucks cock, and they're not going to they can't do anything to him. Okay? If Lee Priest is outspoken, just because he's outspoken doesn't mean that you should take his career away and that he can't fucking be allowed to compete. That's the problem with this sport, guys. There's no union. And the only people that make money, everybody thinks, oh, yeah, but look how much, come on, look how much money Arnold brought. Arnold brought shit into everything. He's not taking care of the athlete. He doesn't give two shits about the fucking athlete. He doesn't give two shits. He's bringing money into the sport where the fucking promoters are making the money and the powers that be, but it's not going to the athlete. There's no protection. Let Phil Heath open his mouth. He wouldn't be able to win the fucking Buckeye Barbell Classic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and that's because there's no union, there's no protection. If you think because he makes $275,000 for first prize after his guru gets his cut. And all the drugs you gotta spend and all the food. Remember, you're eating fucking fish, steaks, and, you're not eating fucking crap food. When you take the food bill, the drug bill, the guru bill, and all those other shit out there, that's nothing. $275, minor league baseball players right out of high school get that shit. And more than that. So that's nothing. The World Series of Darts on ESPN was $1 million for darts, for guys throwing darts. Guys wearing suspenders throwing fucking darts. $1 million. Meanwhile, a bodybuilder who can't even eat, if he ate one fucking potato chip during his fucking contest prep, that could throw off whether he first or last. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get that. Your payoff is to get a fucking trophy. Shit.
A trophy. A fucking trophy. Hey, I just want to acknowledge I'm wearing a shirt sent to me by my buddy Keith. And he is also a subscriber, and he watches the shows and stuff like that online. He's working, so that's why he can't do the feed, the live thing. But he's a member of the NYPD, on the job, as they say. And I have on where he works, Queens South Gang Squad. So I just want to acknowledge, obviously, Muscle Sport, MAG Media, whatever you want to call us. We are pro-police, pro-military, pro-country on this show. So, Keith, yes, my friend Keith. So, we are, I'm very proud to wear this police shirt, and it's a very comfortable one, too. It's nice and thin, Greg. God bless the NYPD. I agree, K-Bater, beast mode. Yeah, so thank you, Keith. I told him I would send him the link to the YouTube, and I would do a screenshot so we could show the boys at the fucking office. At the gangs. Look at it. Let me show the back to the camera. It's got this big, cool logo. I hope you guys are able to see that because I couldn't see behind me to see if it was on the camera. But yeah, it's a cool shirt. So I just wanted to acknowledge and say thank you to Keith, my friend Keithus. What do we got? 1:45. You want to do the commercials now, Greg? Before I forget?
Absolutely.
I don't want to forget. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Hang on.
In a world of advanced bodybuilding supplementation. The numbers don't lie. Fact, Iron Mag Labs is among the fastest growing hardcore supplement companies in the world. Fact, when it comes to no-nonsense, cutting-edge products, nobody delivers results like Iron Mag Labs. Fact, the Iron Mag Labs line of innovative formulation has set a new industry standard with products that are helping world-class bodybuilders reach levels they never thought possible. Iron Mag Labs is a proud supporter of bodybuilders everywhere. Discover the most hardcore bodybuilding supplements on the market. Visit ironmaglabs.com today.
And of course, if you go to ironmaglabs.com, you can buy 4 and only pay for the first 3 site-wide. So you can get one of these beautiful maximum pumps, enhanced cell volumization, for free if you buy 3 other products. BTH, thank you for that. So make sure you go to ironmaglabs.com, because without them, there is no us. So if you're going to buy supplements, hook the fucking guys up, and you're hooking us up in a fucking roundabout way, because they're our fucking top sponsor. And that's going to be it for the commercials. 2 for the same, but I'll plug the magazine while I got commercial time. MuscleSportMag.com/subscribe. $32 a year, free shipping in the United States. If you are international, shoot me an email, joe@MuscleSportMag.com, and I will give you a shipping quote. Whatever the lowest price is. I don't want to make money on shipping. I want you to get your magazine. We'll break even on it. So give me a shout. Iron Mag Labs, 3 hearts, Elias. Yes, sir. 3 hearts, you get 1 for free.
You know what I want to ask these guys? I keep getting messages that people saw me in Generation Iron 2. Where the fuck are they watching that? Because I haven't even seen. I have no idea what I do in there. I have no idea what I say. I have no idea what part they used. I know that I had an interview that I was laying on their couch fucking around in between. Like we had just signed a contract, and they were like, "Oh, we want to put you in Generation Iron 2." So I don't even know what the fuck I'm in there, and I've looked. I can't find it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Where the fuck?
I guess like a Netflix. I guess a Netflix kind of thing. Guys, if you guys have seen GI 2, haven't seen it yet, Comerica. Whoever has seen it, just what the platform that you're watching on. I'm assuming it's going to be like a fucking pay-per-view, on-demand kind of thing. I guess an on-demand kind of thing. I haven't seen it yet either. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I know my part's small because I wasn't originally going to be in there, but I was doing a rant. They were ranting. I was ranting. I was laying. That was in their couch, like their green room, so to speak. I was laying around in there, and they were like, "Holy fuck, dude!" We were doing other shit because I'm doing the Generation Iron 3, the Gregg Joe story time bullshit. And by the way, you guys are gonna fucking gag with that one. But so we were talking, and then they put up the camera, and they're like, just talk a little bit. And I was talking. So I don't even know what is in there. People are saying, I saw you in there. I know I don't have a huge part. They didn't follow me around with cameras to go to my house and all that shit. You know what I mean? So it's not like that. It's just a ranting. But I have no idea. Like, I'm getting a lot of people seen it, though. I just don't know where it is. I just don't know. Where are you guys seeing it? Because I haven't even seen it.
Joe Wentz said Vimeo on demand. Ilias downloaded it. I guess with a GI site, I guess. It's on all the YouTube fucks. Oh, well, okay, I got you. It's on the YouTube guy. I know what you mean, Ilias. I thought you meant on YouTube, but I understand. It's on the guys on YouTube. Yeah, Calvin Von Monger, the next Arnold. Blackman's fucking love. Piano's shooting guns in the fucking, with his fucking friends there, walking around, doing his usual.
I know piano is like they used a lot of piano in there.
Yeah,
I know that.
YouTube took it off their site. Yeah, because they got, I'm sure Generation Iron fucking bitch because they're losing money if it's on YouTube as a pirated thing. Can't blame them.
I'm gonna be at the Generation headquarters, so I can probably get they give me all these DVDs and shit for free.
Yeah.
But I just was wondering, where the fuck? I don't even know. People like, I like your little rant, and I'm like, dude, I have no idea what you're even talking. Like, I know that I'm in it, but I just don't know what they fucking put in there. Like, I have no clue what the fuck I even talk about.
Yeah, well,
no clue.
should call up Craig and say, hey, can you send me a fucking downloadable link? I want to watch it. You know, I'm in it. Can I watch my own fucking movie? I'm sure he would give you like a link, you know, some kind of password to watch it. Lunch
Yeah,
lady
you're right.
arms.
Well, I know I'll get the DVD and shit. I know it'll give me that. I'm going to see them, you know, because we're doing a filming.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Yes, your Generation Iron Storytime, Greg Valentino Storytime Season 3 in this summer starting. I did see the little clip that Generation Iron put up when you kept dropping your pants, and they were fucking, Craig and Vlad were hysterical in it. It was fucking funny as fuck, man. That was a very funny clip.
Craig kept asking me, what do you do for legs? Greg, give me a leg routine. Because you don't realize, you know, right now my legs are bamming. And I'm not on anything at the moment, and I fucking certainly that video didn't do me. I mean, you can see my legs were big, but you see them in person, they're way. When I drop my drawers, dude, they're quality, hamstrings, everything. And he kept asking me, dude, what do you do for your legs? What do you know? So I was giving leg workouts there.
I thought your legs looked good. You're nothing to be fucking ashamed about.
Like, if you saw them, like, they didn't really have to have side view. Like, they didn't really have a good camera angle on it, you know. But put it this way, Craig was pretty impressed.
Yeah.
So was Vlad. And that's me doing shit. I haven't squatted in fucking 35 years, man.
Well, fucking, but that is going to be a funny Season 3. I know you did tease a few things. You did say on one of our videos, a Franco Colombo, Mike Matarazzo video talking about them too. Situation.
I said that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. I just handed that story to them. Like one of the stories. It's one of the stories I'm gonna talk about. Franco Colombo's an asshole, guys. Holy fuck, man. You have no idea. No idea.
Dr. Franco Colombo, the chiropractor. He's a chiropractor.
You know, my wife. He didn't try to hit. He hit on her. You know what I mean? But we were together a long time ago. He talked about like 1989. It was a long time ago. Before some of you guys might have even been born. But that was quite a while ago.
It's not nice to hit on somebody's fucking wife, especially when they're standing right there. That's fucking wrong.
Well, I made a joke of it at first because I knew how he was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Arnold hit on her too. My ex-wife is black and German, so my kids are quarter black and a quarter German. You know, from her.
Yeah.
You know, but she speaks German. My ex-wife, fluent German, because her mother was from Germany. We got to hear the stories with Hitler and all that shit. She had shrapnel in her face from when they were bombing Germany.
Oh,
but she was speaking German to my wife, because my wife, I got pictures of it. Him hugging her and kissing her. She had a little white miniskirt. She was banging looking.
Yeah,
and he was speaking German, but he was just flirting. But Franco Colombo was trying to. We were at a party, and he was trying to pull her on a dance floor. And I told him, dude, you know, if you want to dance with her, you got to dance with me first, because that's my girl. You know, and I was laughing about it, you know, just because I didn't think he knew. And then he started, all right, go get lost, and
No.
and I was like, oh shit.
Nah, that's not good.
And I started arguing and going at him. My friend Lenny pulled me away and shit like that. And my wife was like, well, fuck him. You know, he's an asshole.
That's just fucking. You know, you can't fucking do that, man. Guys are fucking wrong. Some guys are douchebags.
But there's a million stories with him and me and Bob Bonham and everything where he acted like an asshole a million times. You know what I'm saying? And then that time you and I were there with Alessandro Savi, he was telling him, when I told him Ali's the Italian champ, Mr. World, Mr. Universe, he lifted up Ali's shirt because, he was poking him in the gut to see if he had abs and stupid shit, don't fucking grab, the shirt. If somebody did that to me, bro, I don't like that. You might catch a right hook.
Yeah, just say hi. And you were telling him, oh, Ali is a big fan of yours because you looked up to you growing up and inspiration. Just say, yeah, hi, thanks, and let the guy shake your hand, take a fucking Instagram picture, and move on. That's
but you don't reach
wrong.
in a guy, grab the guy's shirt, pull it out of his pants, and lift it up. I want to see your abs. You got abs? Because,
It's kind of fucking.
really tacky, but
It's kind of gay.
I got a millions. Dude, I got a millions, Colombo. I'm going to about it, Joe. But what happened with me and Bob Bonham and Kevin LeBron and everything? Kevin LeBron was there. Linda Murray. There's all. And Mike Matarazzo.
And Mike Matarazzo.
We're all together.
Hey, I'm
all
gonna.
together. And Ronaldo Snipes and Bill Kazmaier. We were all together. They were in my car, not Kazmaier and Snipes. But I'm gonna tell this story about that. Hello.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I got you. We got a caller on the line who's using a blocked number.
Oh.
Caller, you're on the air.
In the words of Clint, downtown bookstore, he says that you're a dead motherfucker.
Say that again, bro. You broke it up a little. Repeat that, please.
You're such a faggot.
You're not the same guy that called last week with the kazoo or whatever that was, right?
Matter of fact, why don't you give me your address, nigger?
I live at fucking 1234 Bagel Street. All right.
You don't have enough money to buy fucking milk for nigger babies.
Is that one of those?
One of those
Is
fucking.
this a real phone call, or is this part of the gig here?
No, that's. I got a phone call last week, and some guy was like playing some kind of fucking kazoo or something. He's a joke. Yeah, I knew it was a joke when it was a block number, but I figured let me just fucking click him on and see what he has to say. If he has anything to offer to the fucking show, I don't want to refuse a fucking caller. But yeah, he was obviously just being fucking silly. But that's all right. He can be fucking silly.
Okay, some people got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, once I knew what he was trying to say, fucking nasty things, I cut his ass off. But yes, we have 3 minutes to go. Guys, thank you again, of course, for joining us on the Instagram Live. We will have this up. It's a soundboard. Yeah, it sounded like some kind of fucking... I could barely even fucking hear it.
That's what it was.
Yeah, they got to put the phone closer to it. They should at least get the Joe Pesci fucking things. You know, the old Joe Pesci soundboard fucking things with the prank calls were great. And the Arnold ones, too. Damn, that one fast. Dave, I agree. The hours go by so fast. They only go by fucking slow when you're fucking sleeping. Right? Even faster. Oh, hi, Kim T. Gilroy. Yes, thank you very much. Fellas, ladies especially. See, I like when ladies join us fucking filthy bastard guys on this fucking show. But, yes, we did fly by. Yes, but we will be on Thursday for Ask Me Anything, and also on Monday next week. So I appreciate you guys being patient with schedule change. I had to do stuff yesterday on a personal level for my house, my parents' house, take care of them and do the right thing because they're getting old. So I have to do those things once in a while. So I needed to do that yesterday, hence the reason why we're on today. And last week, because it was the fucking holiday. You guys know that. But Greg, that's pretty much going to be it. We got about a minute and a half left. Anything you want to finish up with, dude?
No, I'm good. We'll see you guys if you're around. If you're around the New York, New Jersey area, Comida
Saturday.
on Saturday.
Yes.
What time is it? Like 3 o'clock or something like that. Strong and Shapely Gym.
90
All the animal guys will be there. Universal. They're gonna give out free shit. That's why I'm going. I want the free shit.
Yeah, I don't know what time it is.
My boy.
I gotta text Bonham and find out so I don't know what time I should arrive. But yeah, Saturday, guys. Love you too. See you Thursday. Abso-fucking-lutely. Likewise. Saturday, if you guys can make it, if you're in the area, Jersey, it's North Jersey over there, right by the ball club, the football stadium. But that's going to do it for us. Yes.
East Rutherford, guys.
East Rutherford, New Jersey. I will put something up. I'm going to try to get some stuff from Bob. I want to promote it as much as possible. Ilyas, you are awesome. I love your insight. You're always fucking delightful, and you have great insight. And you and I are going to be married one day. Like we said at the beginning of the show, I have not forgotten. I did propose, and you accepted. Now you're stuck with me.
You guys will have ugly babies. No offense.
Very ugly babies. They're going to have fucking big noses. I don't know what your nose looks like, but mine will cover both of our fucking chromosomes. Love you guys, AROO. Crazy Hawk, you are a fucking champ doing that fucking mountain climbing shit. I will keep reposting your fucking things. Guys, we're going to be cut off by big babies. Big babies. Yes, we'll have big babies with big noses. That is going to do it for us this week on the Gregg and Joe Show. We will see you guys again on Monday next week for this same program, and I will see you on Thursday for AMA. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys later.